this is Heather welcoming back to second semester for more of mathematics and numeracy. This video will explain the assessment and basic structure of the course. So first of all, we'll go to our Moodle. Now I'll leave open last semester's Moodle just in case there's something you want to go back to and refer to. Now you'll notice on the right hand side we have a progress bar where it'll turn green once you've done the various tasks. So we have one for the various assessments, and I'll also pop a couple more for the weekly content as it comes up. We have here an online forum, which is where you can discuss anything, and I'll put any notices, and you will have got one email from me quite recently with a welcome, with a bit of an explanation as to dates and so forth. So please refer to that if you've forgotten what's going on. Now most of you will have placement in weeks 9 and 10. If you have placement at a different time, can you please let me know so that we can adjust your schedule. Once again, we have me and we have Peter, who's the Mount Helen lecturer. Now we'll share our Moodle, so on occasion there'll be a few things that may not be relevant, and hopefully it won't confuse you. So most of the forums that we have will be only for online students, because the on-campus students can discuss things during their class time. So I've actually hidden them from the Mount Helen students. So feel free to say anything without the Mount Helen people listening in. So we have 3 assessments for this course. The main theme of this unit is inclusion, including everybody in our mathematics classes. One way we can do that is using technology. So our hurdle task is to look through the technology and try and find something that's helpful for students' learning. So you go through and we'll do some more of this in our weekly activities, where you go through and you choose what is this activity, what is it good or bad, and so you can share some of those. Now the main idea with that is that there are so many technology activities out there that we want to narrow it down and be able to find good ones for ourselves. So you'll submit that to a forum, so then you can look at each other's and be inspired by all the different ICT activities for maths learning. Now that's just a hurdle task, so we just do that. It's not graded in any way. Assessment task 1. So this is where we're trying to cater for all of our students. Okay, so you'll need to look at the weekly material to support you in this, but this one's mainly on the assessment. So basically, you choose a topic on helping to include all students in your classes. Now you could choose discussions, assessment, personalised learning, differentiating, reasoning, visible. You could choose these topics, or you could choose a different topic, like catering for blind students, catering for autistic students, catering for, and in fact, catering for different students can make you a better teacher overall. For example, one year I had a deaf boy who had an aide who would sign, and that year I concentrated on making my instructions more visual, because he couldn't hear, so I made very good visual instructions and did really good PowerPoints and board notes and posters and so forth. The very next year, would you believe, I had a blind girl. Now she, of course, could see a little bit. She didn't need an aid. She just had really, really strong glasses and couldn't really, and she'd hold her work up to her face like this to be able to read it. So then I concentrated on getting my verbal and listening instructions much clearer. So between the two of them, I think I made for a much better teacher on my part. So catering for students can make us, catering for or variety of students can make us a better teacher for all of our students. So you choose a topic and then you become an expert in it. You read up on it, you research it, concentrate on how to be a better teacher to include all students in mathematics. Right? It'll help when you're learning to teach about PE and history and sport and cooking, but this one, the main focus is on mathematics. And then you'll write an essay about that. Now, unfortunately, I'm only going to give you 800 words. So really that's not very much at all. So I want you to write an essay, so you're going to have to learn to be really concise. Okay, 800 words with references on top of that. Okay, on how to cater for blind students, or how to use formative assessment, how to use discussions, how to cater for students who like to work outside, whatever. And then you'll design a little professional development for your peers. Okay, so it might be a PowerPoint, it might be a video, but you will make a presentation on that same topic for your peers. Okay, now your audience is your fellow teachers, and so then you will learn from each other. You'll learn how to cater for deaf students, you'll learn how to cater for formative assessment, you'll learn how to cater for discussions and so forth. Now, you're going to then review each other's work. You'll hand your work in around about week 5, and then you will look at each other's work, give each other feedback, fix it, adjust it, and then submit it to me and I'll grade it. Okay, so I'm really expecting everybody to get HDs for this one. Okay, now you can use ideas from each other. Oh, you know, I didn't think of putting an animation in. You will get graded on the feedback you give each other. So if you give each other, oh, that's good work, well done, then you won't get many grades at all for your feedback. But if you say, oh, you know, you're contradicting each other here, or you need to put a reference in here, or could you elaborate on this one a bit more, you're not fully explained yourself here, then you will get a better grade. So this is the explanation, and it's quite clear to me, but hopefully you'll be able to figure it out as well. And this is the rubric that will be used to grade your work. You'll get graded on your essay, you'll get graded on your presentation. You'll get graded on the content of your presentation, but also on the presentation itself. Is it interesting, or was it just really boring, like this particular assessment thing? You'll get graded on the marks, the comments you give each other, and your references. Okay, so that's assessment 1. So have a think about that and pop your questions about your assessment in this part, discussions about assessment. Now assessment 2, which is not due till after placement, so we won't dwell on that very much, but right at the very, very end, this is a really, really useful assessment. What you will do is you will talk to a child. Now it might be your son or daughter, it might be the neighbour, it might be a cousin, or it might be one of the children that you meet on placement. You will talk to the child. Now you might video it, you might audio it, or you might just take some notes. You might photograph their work. Okay, and you will have a discussion with the child, and then you will decide, based on that discussion, what level are they at in the Victorian curriculum, and what are their strengths and weaknesses, what are their misconceptions, and then you will plan some learning activities for that child. Okay, so I've got a really lovely video to help explain that, which will occur after the break. Okay, so there's the, you've got to observe the child, have a discussion with the child, you've got to analyse what the child said or analyse what they wrote, link it to the curriculum, decide what they should learn next. Okay. So that's the main ideas for the assessment for this this course. Okay. Once again, you will use this excellent book. And now I will make a video to help you with week 1. So bye for now, and I'll see you in a few minutes. And remember, you can keep track of what you need to do in the course by the various progress bars up here. And really important to keep in contact with me, either email or ring me if you've got any queries or questions. And there is a Facebook page that many of you are belonging to that you might have discussions about there. There's been some lovely sharing of resources on that. Bye for now. Bye.